Especially the students in Balochistan, they are confronted with this serious issue.
CSS and PCS to competitive examination that is very famous in Balochistan. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for a candidate who doesn't have a background of science or technical subjects. It's not only to speak Pashto, Balochi or Barabi. It's important to learn and write Pashto, Balochi and Barabi as well. The chance, 50% of chance that the person will qualify competitive examination.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear viewers, Assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to discuss the very important issue of subject selection for competitive examination, whether that is CSS or PCS. And for that purpose, we are having a distinguished guest with us who is expert in this field and who is rendering services in this field for the last more than 15 years. He is Mr. Adnan Jaskani, who is the CEO of ANFAL Academy, which is the leading competitive examination academy of Balochistan. And in addition to it, he is also included in the trained faculty of British Council. And in this regard, he is also delivering lectures. He is also taking the classes of IELTS and other English courses. So we will be having, inshallah, a fruitful discussion with him on this field. I would directly jump into the subject and I would come to Mr. Adnan. Mr. Adnan, especially the students in Balochistan, they are confronted with this serious issue. There are certain misconceptions in this regard. Some people say that we should choose the subjects on the basis of our inclination, on the basis of our interest. Some people say that no, we should ignore this thing and we should go for those subjects that are scoring, whether we are having interest in that subject or not. What is your opinion in this regard?
Thank you very much, Khilji. A very important issue because you know that people, they are facing a lot of problems, particularly our youth. In Balochistan, they are the aspirants and they are interested to participate in competitive examination. As far as subject selection is concerned, as you know that CSS and PCS to competitive examination that is very famous in Balochistan, particularly all over Pakistan, but Balochistan. Why? Because there is no private sector. When there is no private sector, that is not active. So you know, government job, we have a lot of craze. Our youth, they have a lot of craze as far as government job is concerned. They are interested to participate in competitive examination. Most of the aspirants students, even their parents, they are coming towards us regarding counseling, subject selection. And for the last 15 years, we are working on this. Competitive examination, CSS, PCS got a little bit different domain as far as subject selection is concerned. So we have three categories. We divided it into three categories. One is technical and science subjects. Second category that we have in competitive examination, that is social sciences or history subjects. And third category is the language subjects, means language, Pashto, Balochi, Barabi and Sindhi. These are language subjects. As far as technical and science subjects are concerned, just like accounting, auditing, physics, chemistry, biology, these are such a kind of a subject that in which candidate should have background. Otherwise, it would be very difficult for a candidate who doesn't have a background of science or technical subjects and to opt subjects in competitive examination. It will be very difficult for them to cover that. So we recommend that. I personally believe that if a person doesn't have a background in science or technical subject, he or she should not opt that subject in competitive examination, because they will, if they opt it, so what will happen when they will start preparation? It will take double the time to prepare that subject as well as compared to that history and social sciences. For history and social sciences subject, the second category, which we personally believe that is particularly easy as compared to technical subject. In this regard, why? Because if a person did the masters of graduation in science or technical subject, even that, they can opt that history subjects or social sciences subject, just like sociology, just like international relation, just like public administration, just like political science. Because these subjects you can cover and everybody can cover, whether the person having a background of science or social sciences. So interest is essential, and if background is there, it's very good. But social sciences and history subjects, if interest is there, then it will be very easy for candidate to opt that subjects. So when we come towards language, most of the people, they have got an idea, and that is true as well, that in language side of the subjects, most of the aspirants, they score good marks. But the language subject have got one problem, because if a person is from Pashto tribe or Baloch tribe or Barabi tribe, and he or she just opt this subject because of this, that we are belong to a prescribed tribe. So it will be difficult for them. Why? Because it's not only to speak Pashto, Balochi or Barabi. It's important to learn and write Pashto, Balochi and Barabi as well. So most of the aspirants, they face problem when they are trying to try to write that subject in written form. So we personally believe that these are the three categories, and a person should consult with any counselor or with subject selection expert regarding this before applying for competitive examination. As far as competitive examination is concerned, I just want to add something, that if a person can opt subject in a very decent manner, the person have got a chance, 50% of chance that the person will qualify competitive examination. So subject selection, I personally feel that is one of the important or pivotal, plays a very pivotal role as far as competitive examination is concerned. So once a person is interested in competitive examination, he or she consider these elements to elect subjects. So this is what my personal exposure and experience discuss.